Welcome back, LTA fam. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025. We're going to deal with some news in a second here. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be actually very important, more important than you might think it's going to be here. It is the unemployment claims. You know that Jerome Powell is talking about it all the time. The labor market, so we have to wait and see what that will bring. It's going to have a major impact, hopefully, on the dollar and therefore also on gold and all these things as well here. So looking forward to get it. Good to see you. The doctor, Brad, Oxy, Dominic, good to see you, man. Chill Spot, welcome, man. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Grim Reaper, my friend. Hey, the Grim Reaper is back as well here. Nice. That's how we like it. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Good to see you, Lelo, Lutan. It's time to get back to work. I'm still working on my DJ skills, so you know, give it a little bit of time. All right, give it a little bit of time. I don't know what it's doing there here. It should be right around there. Okay, but we're working on it. We're working on it. All right, we have a big day ahead of us here. We're looking into the markets right now. We have a lot of things to talk about here. First of all, the trading floor is on fire. The guys have been absolutely crushing it yesterday. Man, these guys have been killing it yesterday here. I lost a trade on gold here after being up 1 hour. Lost the trade afterwards, but the guys in the group have been absolutely crushing it. All the currencies yesterday here. A big shout out to my friend Dominic, to Mr. Liam, to Marius, to Ryu, and to Vanessa. You guys know Vanessa right now, right? She's absolutely crushing it. So good to have you here, Vanessa, here. These guys are streaming throughout on a day-to-day basis. Great to have them here on the, you know, in the current. Let me actually fix my camera here. What's going on here? There we go. It's great to have them here. Okay, let's get to work here. Well, the first thing that I want to talk about with you guys is I want to do something special because you guys are here right now perfectly on time at 8 a.m. EST here. Have you downloaded the LTA trading warm app? That's my question to you here. Have you downloaded the LTA concepts trading warm app for free? Considering it being 300 pages, I assume you have not read all of it. Or do you at least have it? And if so, do you have it in front of you right now? That's the question. Okay? All right. So before we get started, let's smash up that like button. Let's get your boy back into the algo. We're coming back. We're coming back. Like to see that here. And what I want you to do, I want you to go right now to page number 222. I know it's a lot of scrolling. Page number 222 of your book. And this will lead us to something nice, something interesting here. Okay? Page number 222. Let me read it for you. All right? Let me read it for you. Conquering trading biases. Okay? This is what we're going to talk about here. Conquering trading biases. Overcoming mental roadblocks. I'm going to read the first two paragraphs. I'm going to say something about it. Okay? Let's be honest. These days, everyone is quick to say, it is my psychology. When they blow a trade, when they freeze up, or when they revenge trade their way into a drawdown, you'll recognize yourself in some of the biases we're going to cover. But here's the truth most traders do not want to hear. You can't blame your mind if you've never built a real system to begin it. Psychology matters when all the underlying layers, are already in place. That means having a working strategy, a proven risk model, consistent execution, and precise data tracking. If you're missing any one of those, you don't have a psychology problem, you have a skill gap. All right? This is something that I want you to remember. I want you to remember, and I want you to think about the fact that it's easy to blame stuff on your psychology here. But if you by default do not even have a profitable trading system that has been proven to begin with, all of that psychology stuff is practically irrelevant here. All right, so the first thing that we're covering here is our actual strategy, our approach, our back-tested proof, our forward testing, right? You need to prove to yourself that what you have is something that you can rely on over time. You're not going to win every trade. You're not going to lose every trade. You're going to go to winning streaks. You're going to go to losing streaks. But the reality stays the same. If you do not have a profitable strategy that's proven to yourself, then all that psychology fluff is bullshit. That's a good way to start the stream here. All right, let's get to work here. We have in around, well, 10 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. We have the initial jobless claims, and also, and this is also an important layer here, we have the GDP of the dollar here. All right, Q2 GDP. The expectation is that this is going to do very well. The forecast is 3.3%. The previous was minus 0.5%. This is obviously from Q2. But also the initial jobless claims are expected to be higher. Right? More unemployment. More unemployment. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to see what happens here with the dollar. Number one, right now, the dollar have been today practically being in a flat range, which I like, by the way. This is something that we like to utilize. We like to utilize the dollar when it is flat, because usually what happens when you do break out, you do see a clearer direction, either by a retracement or by some sort of manipulation here. Now, at the same time, what we have to acknowledge is that the dollar is close to a major zone that I marked out right here. It's a 12-hour area of supply right there that's sitting right above it. This is that range. So what happens, guys, if price pushes up? It manipulates into 12-hour supply right here. And it reverses and it breaks below the range. How do we call that? Let me know in the chat, please. How do we call something like that here? That is just an idea. Okay, that is just an idea. That is just something that you can take in consideration here. We don't know if price breaks down. We don't know if price is going to go up. We're going to see what happens here. But this is a scenario that I will mark out, and that's correct. This is what we call a CME play, right? If price consolidates, it breaks out, and in this case, it breaks out and taps it to higher time frame supply, and it gets rejected, and it breaks that internal range. That's a pretty freaking solid, good confirmation right there, right? Because if that happens, you're gonna see other currencies rise. Things like the euro, maybe gold will catch up again. Like all these things will potentially follow up with that. Okay. Besides that, I have a couple of setups in mind that I'm looking at here. Of course, gold. Let's talk about that quickly. Right now on gold, you can see that we are getting rejected from what we call a range right here. Okay. This is pretty much the area of consolidation. Yesterday, we had that follow through eventually, right? Price pulled back. It gets rejected from the fixed very low perfectly. 3790.8 here on futures. On spot, it might be a little bit different, but it's very similar. But at the same time, we're holding above that internal structure. So for me, it's very simple right now. What I want to see for gold is either a breakout and then a continuation play. I would be looking for longs above that high. Or if price breaks down, I would simply be looking for a potential continuation to the downside as well here, because that means that we are simply unable to break above this trend and reverse break down and actually break down that larger trend that we're seeing right here. Okay, that's happening right now. So we're actually just simply breaking down, but the confirmation lays not within the trend, the confirmation lays within our key levels built around the volume profile. Okay, so that is a gold setup that I was looking at. Could be both sides, to be honest. Could be bullish, could be bearish. It all depends on what's going to happen here in the next maybe hour or so. Then we have silver. All right, this is silver. Silver is extremely nice to trade, by the way. If you never traded silver before, highly recommend you to look into it. Silver is very, very nice. Silver can be extremely useful. It's very volatile, but it can also be very explosive and very clean when it comes down to retracement and continuations as well here. So I utilize silver sometimes when it's cleaner than gold, or when it looks a bit cleaner than gold. And look at where silver is at right now. Silver is actually at an all-time high, or not an all-time high, but it broke above the previous high here very aggressively. And we are actually creating a potential CME play right now as well here. So if price pulls back, we have a very nice potential long continuation play on silver. So I'm not going to be looking for shorts on silver. If we're going to short something, it might be gold. But if we're going to long something, it might be silver. Okay, so it's either going to be gold, it's either going to be silver. It depends on what the market will give us right now at this current moment here. So we have news. Look at that. Bullish, green, and more green. Actually kind of interesting. GBP came out 3.8%. Damn, all right. And the initial dovish claims came out lower than expected here. So let's see what the dollar is doing. Well, guess what? That's what I mean. That's the first step. The dollar right now is in the 12-hour supply zone. All right, this is a custom dollar index chart, by the way. It is in 12-hour supply right around there. You can see that right now. Actually, I'm very curious to see what happens around that breakdown right around here. Okay, when started to read the book. Beautiful book, by the way. Thank you, appreciate that. Ankit says yes, I opened it on my phone. What a G. What a G. Good to have you here, my friend. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming. 8 a.m. Very, very nice. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Dhruv Singh. Nice. Wen says, is silver leading gold today or the opposite? I think that silver is definitely leading gold. Silver is holding up really strong now. So you should look at it this way, right? Sometimes silver is extremely strong and outperforms gold really aggressively, and sometimes it does the opposite. That means that if you are bullish biased, let's say, that if a silver already broke out, right, you just have to understand, right? Imagine you're looking for long setups on gold. So let's say you're trading gold right here, right? Right now, I understand that if I want to trade gold, let's say, right? And I want to look for a long setup, then I have to deal with all that shit on the left here. And then that's going to be difficult. That's going to be annoying, right? The fact that silver doesn't have that, it already broke the highs here, is obviously more favorable, right? So that's kind of the thought process between silver, between gold, etc. We don't have to deal with that much stuff on the left at this current moment for silver, whereas on gold, you know, you have all that resistance there. So therefore, a break above that will be much better. But the question is, if gold breaks out, where will silver be? That's the thought process right there, for example. Yeah, so anyways, that is something that we definitely have a close eye on. And this is also the reason why I take this silver definitely in consideration today as well here. Yes. What's the news today? The news today is the GDP of the US dollar. This is important. It came out higher than expected. This is why the dollar is pushing right now also up super aggressively, as you can see. So that is very obvious. The dollar is holding up very strong again. We broke out of this range to the upside here. And yeah, obviously that has all to do with the GDP, the initial jobless claims being lower and the GDP being higher. And these are actually very good signs for the dollar right now at the moment. And not as good for gold right here, right? So if gold breaks down, and turns this level in resistance right here, yeah, then I am keen to look for that continuation short setup right there. Yeah. Yeah, so if silver pulls back towards the this level right here, I think that I will probably look for long continuations there. If gold breaks down, we'll look for potentially gold short continuation. There's no way I can short silver right now. Whereas it's going to be much harder to long gold from here now. The fact that we broke below what we talked about yesterday, right? That range right there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for, that breakdown potentially, and then we'll see from there here. Lorenzo, what about that loss yesterday? Yeah, the thing about it is, right? We were up, I think, around 50 pips. And what most streamers will tell you directly is telling you to take profit or to close your position or whatever the case may be. And if I would just say, hey guys, 50 pips, take profit right now, please, then everyone will be happy. Everyone in the chat will be WW. It will be an incredible stream for the rest of the stream because people are so attached to an individual trade. But the reality is that if I would do something like that, and if I would just say, you know what, I just go for the W's in the chat, or I would just go simply for the wins or the vibes on the streams or whatever the case may be, then the amount of money that I will make over time is just not going to be the same amount of money I will make if I would just follow my strategy there. That is the big difference. So hope you understand it. So yes, I reduced my risk. We rolled over. Indeed, price came back down, and we got a hit on trade setup right there, which is fine. Celica says we got new jobless claims. Yes, already done. Lorenzo, when are you going to release the files? Which files are you talking about? The files? Yeah, maybe next week. It was so close to our break-even target. Yes, it was very, very close. Very close. That can happen. That can happen sometimes. Hey bro, okay, check out GBP setup. Well, let's check out gold first because we're breaking down. Dollar is pushing up super aggressively right now at the moment. Yeah. Silver is pulling back. That's going to be interesting because at some point the dollar has to slow down. I mean, to be really honest with you, I thought that yesterday as well. And that didn't happen as well here. But yeah, anyways. We'll see what we're going to experience with the dollar, man. Imagine the dollar flipping here and breaking below the range. Just imagine. Just imagine. That is... yeah, that's going to turn A+ if that happens. But yeah, you don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Mati says, I lost a lot of my balance yesterday and a gold dropped because I moved my stop loss so many times at every level. Yeah, that's something that I definitely not do. I move my stop loss only towards less risk, okay? Not more risk. That is something that has not been working well for me in the past, you know, moving my stops up, because then what? I risk double, I risk triple, I risk quadruple. So instead of you losing quote unquote one trade, that one trade now turns into 4 trades or 5 trades. But yeah, I think we've all went there. Like, I've been there too many times before. I made every single freaking mistake you could ever imagine. Pretty much. Every single freaking mistake you could ever imagine, I made. So you are definitely not the only one, my friend. Yeah. Some guys just got it, right? Some guys just got it. I have guys in my community right now at the moment that come to the community empty. No experience. They are literally like, you know, zero. They understand the basics. They have followed some course, you know, baby pips or whatever, right? Some standard course about candlesticks or whatever. But they're empty vessels. It's like a baby learning how to walk. It's not afraid to make mistakes. It forgets about its past mistakes. It just goes. It learns how to walk. Once a baby falls down, you say, get up, stand up, try again. So it's really nice to see guys in our group that are empty. They don't have that history of experience, for example. Because that just rapidly increases their overall success rate, because they don't know better. That's just the only thing they know. I went through every single course before. I bought every single course I could buy. I went through every single type of strategy. And yes, the positive side of that is that it gave me a lot of what? Perspective. It gave me a lot of perspective about the markets. However, what it didn't do was helping me see the markets clear. Because once you get used to seeing the market a certain way, it's extremely hard to unsee it that way. And it doesn't have to be the right way, by the way. Doesn't have to be the right way. Yeah, I actually really like this push down for silver, because the dollar is dropping, pushing up so aggressively. The question is, when will the dollar chill out? That is the question. Yeah, silver looks clean. I agree. Macro uptrend. Didn't care about the dollar strength at all yesterday. Yeah, it came down a little bit, but immediately recovered, broke the highs. Gold failed to break the highs, right? Gold failed to break these highs. So for bullish buys, silver is for me the way to go. For a bearish buys, it's much rather going to be currencies, or it's going to be gold here. Okay, look at the Euro USD, by the way. This is another example of a setup for today, or just in general. We have a beautiful range here. Okay, beautiful range here. We have a beautiful breakout here on the Euro USD right now. Incredible breakout, right? We will pull back into that range potentially. If you do pull back into that range, yeah, this is where the majority of setups will come from, right? The pullback into that range for either the continuation. And if you do decide to break out, it will be probably also the continuation, because then this will be the manipulation. So 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Even if you lose the first trade and you win the second one, you still make money. But yeah, let's see what happens if you can pull back or whatever the case may be here. But I love that range. I love that breakout. This is exactly what I like to see on the currencies right now, and what I like to see on the dollar, by the way, as well. That's actually that's very good. That's very good. Dennis A says, that's exactly the shit with ICT. I traded so long, but it didn't help me. Now I can't unsee it. We've all been there, man. We've all been there. I'm a curious individual. I like to understand people's strategies. I'm very curious. The problem with that is that I'm too curious. Like, I dive into everything. I want to know everything. And the problem with that is that the moment you start knowing this, you start getting all these conflicting signals, a conflict of interest, and you don't know what to do anymore. Right? So at some point, you have to make the decision for yourself and say, you know what? I'm going to focus on X. I'm going to trade this, and I'm going to stick with it regardless. And I'm going to test the shit out of it in real time with less risk. I'm not focused on the money. I just want to know what the strategy does. Once I feel confident, then it's time to scale. Then it's time to buy my challenges. Then it's time to get funded. Then it's an infinite money glitch, because then the psychology part comes into play. All right, and this is a beautiful lesson for today. In the beginning, don't blame it too quickly on your psychology if you're unsure if your strategy is solid or not. Ronak crushed it with the EU short. Let's see, my friend. Ronak did it again, yeah? Where is the man himself? Ronak. That's my favorite Indian right there. That's my favorite Indian, for real. He is my favorite Indian. This guy, 17 years old. If not 18 right now, crushing it. Ronak, man. That's a clean one, my friend. Well done. W for Ronak, please. W for Ronak, please. He has been putting in the work. Lorenzo, how do I start with LTA concepts? Well, the best and easiest way to start with LTA concepts is by obviously downloading the ebook. It's going to this part right here, volume analysis, because I want you to execute trades. I don't want you to focus on all the other stuff yet. That comes later on, once you have a good foundation. The kickoff and the start for you is going to be page number 18 of your book. Volume is king. The battle begins. This is the origin of the volume profile, where it comes from, why it works, why it's the ultimate of candlestick. In my opinion, if you have the candlestick charts, right, and you utilize the candlestick charts, I think the volume profile is the pinnacle of of the level 1 trading. Okay, volume. I would go through that, and I would go through all the different types of ways we utilize the profile on different horizons. Predominantly the ranges. Okay, that's something that you can easily start with. If you are new to LTA concepts, you've downloaded the ebook, and you are, for example, already in your Telegram, 90% of what happens in our Telegram and what the guys are sharing in our Telegram on a day-to-day basis, they're sharing a tremendous amount of setups every single day. You can see it's always gonna be ranges, range plays, setups from ranges, things that we're looking at, range breakout, retest, continuations, pretty much for every asset as well. So we really recommend people to start off with the ranges, and this is why I constantly talk about it on stream, because I just know how efficient and how powerful that can be. Yeah. Gold melting, yes. So if the dollar is pushing up this aggressively right now, and it's not stopping, then gold is, yeah, it's definitely on the weaker side. That's 100%. We're gonna see here. Leno Villa says, I joined your Telegram yesterday, Lorenzo. Didn't expect that type of activity and that level of analysis shared. Thanks, man. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Yeah, great to have you here. We have a lot of people joining every single day. So it's absolutely amazing to have you here in our group. Yeah, we like rapid feedback. Setup after setup after setup. Because I want you to execute. I want you to learn. I don't really care always, okay, always about the wins and the losses. I just think it's important for you to understand the approach and see for yourself that what we do here works, okay? That is extremely important for us to talk about right there, okay? So if you are new here, we stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8 a.m. EST. So mark this out in your calendar. A lot of people showed up today at 8 a.m. So I really do appreciate that. You guys are G's. Then download the free ebook. It's very simple. You can download it right here. Click on the link in the description. You get this done. And if you want to take the next step, then you can simply join the Telegram. I have no understanding that if you are here on the stream, why you are not in the Telegram. I mean, if you are looking for setups outside of what we do on a consistent basis here on the stream, 3 days a week, you have to be in the Telegram. It's that simple. Wow, look at the dollar. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Craziness. Do you guys remember what we talked about, by the way? For the people that talked about, we talked about the dollar a week ago, and we said, hey, listen, what does everyone, I wish I could show you. I don't know which stream it was, but I literally said, everyone is expecting the dollar to come down. Everyone is expecting the dollar to drop further. Everyone is expecting the dollar to drop down and continue to go lower here. Why? Everyone is extremely bearish. What happens? Price reversed, right? Price reversed. We talked about this right here. I'll get back to that in a second here. We'll have to go over it. Yeah, silver coming to our POI here, but the dollar is so freaking strong right now. It is really crazy. Gold breaking down, so I'm very curious to see what happens inside this range right now. If we pull back towards the 37.65, I'm gonna check out on spot what this is as well. Go over it. Yeah, so right here on gold, for example, right now, we got rejected here from this range. Right there. So if you would draw a volume profile, right? If we would simply draw a volume profile right here. You guys agree this is a clear range, correct? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. If this is a clear range, what can you do here? You can draw the fixed range volume profile over that range. Let me actually put something else on here. There we go. Work. There we go. Nice. You can put the fixed range volume profile over this range. Right there, right? So price broke down. It broke down, etc. Now we have a range. Now we have a range break. Okay. Now, what do we have here? If you go to page 46 of your ebook, and if you download the book, you know that this is something that we're going to look at. Do you see this right here? Like, make a mental screenshot of this right here. Because we're talking about this shit all the time. You can't unsee it anymore. It's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. Once you understand this, okay? You consolidate first, you break out. Trace. And we sell off right there. So what happens in real time, okay? In real time, gold breaks down. Right here, we draw the fixed range volume profile. Our first level is right here. It's that area where price suddenly increased in volume. Right there. So this is where we're going to draw a level. The way I draw my levels, I use a horizontal ray right here. What I then do is I have created all these templates, right? So I click on template, I save it, and I call this the fixed value area low. So now I have my level here. Okay, my first level right there. That's the area of consolidation. That is the fixed value low. What do you see here? Area of consolidation, the fixed value area low. The expansion is there. Great. What's next? Price retraces. Boom. And it sells off. Like, why at that price level? Why there? Why not at this fair value gap right here? Or why not at this cleaner, quote unquote, supply zone right there? Why there? Okay. Volume. All right. This has to do with a rapid increase in volume right at that price level at 3757.589. Perfect. All right. No more guessing. No more which fair value gap do I need to pick? Which order block is the right order block? Which support or resistance level is it gonna be? It's that level, 37.57 here. All right, so price comes, it taps into that, it reacts. You wait for some sort of confirmation. It couldn't break above here. And voila, price breaks down. Price breaks down. Okay? This is the exact playbook that we talk about over and over again. And if you understand this and you utilize this into your trading, and you test it out for yourself, then let me know what you think. Then let me know what your experience with it is. I know what your answer is going to be. Yes, I know. I've seen it now. So yeah. Silver is getting to our POI. I believe that silver is very interesting. The reason why is because the dollar has expanded so aggressively now that we will reach, or we are in that major resistance right now at the moment here. Now, what do you mean with major resistance? Look at this high. Look at this low. Look at this high. 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 Okay. I hope that's clear to you guys. That is a high that I really, value right now at the moment. Now, we're also in supply. Okay. Great. However, internal range now reaching major resistance here. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of truth. If the dollar decides to break out, obviously we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Gold will potentially break down exactly like we wanted it to break down. Gold will potentially come back towards the lows, pull back, and then hopefully turn that into resistance. Then I would feel comfortable shorting gold. The dollar gets rejected. Let's say the dollar gets rejected here. And it starts to roll over. There are only two valid setups that is potentially going to be the interesting setups here. It's going to be the silver long or the Euro USD long. What do you want to see around silver for you to execute? Well, let's see if you can tap into this level, create a bottom wick, and if you can react from it, I think that will be good confirmation. Yeah. Especially now the dollar being in that major resistance. Yeah, so the large move has already been done, right? The dollar's larger move today during the news has been done now. So now the question is, will the dollar continue to drive higher and create an equal or bigger range than this range right here that we've seen with the dollar? Silver is still above the previous highs. Lorenzo, for how long have you been using the volume profile? I've been always using the volume profile. First in combination with supply and demand on the lower time frame. I think the OGs truly remember what I was doing. OGs. And when I say OGs, I mean like, well, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. If you watch one of my first interviews with Trading Nut, then I was literally talking about the volume profile and about already at the time, that's about 3.5 years ago. Pretty much always stick with the volume profile in some way or another. I just can't let go. I just can't let go. I heard about Vantage before. I will test it out for sure. Yeah. What broker are you using? Yeah, Vantage. Vantage is probably one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing broker at the moment. They're in the game for the past, 10 years already. And they're also regulated. So that's an important layer as well. All right, price pulling back. Dollar is so freaking strong. Wow. This is why I would never, this is why longing gold just doesn't make sense for me, because if I would be longing gold, I could better long silver. It's so much better to long silver. Because if I would, let's say I would go long here right now. Yeah, it could be going up, right? But let's say I would go long, then I have to deal with this stuff. I have to deal with this stuff. I have to deal with this range. To deal with all that stuff right there and hope for the best. Hope that we're not getting rejected. With silver, clean. So who's actually looking at the dollar as well? The dollar chart. Let me know in the chat if you guys are looking on the dollar as well. If you want to have a trick, I have something for you. It's a custom dollar chart that we made. That Desmond made, one of our guys in our community. What a G. I didn't even know it was possible. It's absolutely genius. He created this basket, this formula. And yeah, that formula pretty much shows you the futures chart of the dollar, which is the best chart you can get, pretty much, without delays. without delay. So that custom formula, that custom dollar formula is right here. If you can copy it, I'm not sure. It's in the chat right now. I don't know if you can copy it. But that's the exact measurements of all the baskets, right? The dollar measured against the euro, the yen, the pound, the Canadian dollar, the Swiss, the Swedish krona, etc. With all the weighings. So it's perfect. We know 100% is perfect. And usually people pay what? Like hundreds of dollars a month for that exact setup, exact account. What about gold? Well, gold is still holding up. The fixed very low, you see that? It's holding up here. This is the range. This is the fixed very low. It's holding up at the fixed very low. That's the exact level where today we got rejected from. Okay? Right here. We got rejected from the same level. From this larger range. Now we're dealing with a smaller range. Now it's holding at support here. So in order to short that, if the dollar maintains strong, it needs to break, needs to show us a clean break below. That will be the only way for me to be confident about shorting gold right now. But again, silver is so strong. Hey Lorenzo, when I draw the volume profile on gold, the recent swing on the 15-minute time frame, not touching the POC as you shown. You're talking about this? This is on gold spot. I think this is the chart that you are looking at. It's actually holding perfectly at it right now. Perfectly at it. See that? Perfectly at it right there. So this is the same range, similar to this right here. You see that range, that rejection that we talked about? Same range is right here internally. But because of the fact that gold was unable to break the highs before, and silver did break the highs already, I think that pullback for silver for me is much more valuable than that pullback on, let's say, gold, right? So even if I would look for long setups here and then price, you know, I have to deal with a lot more resistance here. That's the main part. It's not about the entry, it's about the resistance that I'm gonna face. I prefer to break down first if or simply wait for a break of the highs. How is StopStep as a prop firm for futures? It is, for me personally, what I've noticed, the best, one of the best prop firms I've seen right now at the moment on futures. To me, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I think they're the most reliable. They have the better rules, in my opinion. Like, yes, you have an Apex where you can get crazy amounts of money. But I'm not really sure about the rules. Then you have like other competitors to StopStep, but at the same time, the consistency rule is really bad. So that means that you need to make a certain amount of money every single day, or your biggest win can never be bigger than 20% of your total profit, for example. All these rules, I believe that TopStep has the best balance for my opinion. So I like it. I like it personally. Not really have any issues with them right now at the moment. And I like the terminal, man. On futures, I like their terminal. If for example, this terminal, because this is not TopStep, right? This is a developer that's called Project X. If they simply would make this for a real broker, a real futures broker, I would be going with this broker 100% on futures for sure. Yeah. It's the best terminal I've ever used, ever seen. Reminds me a lot of TradingView. It's just so nice, so clean. Why is silver so strong today and gold kind of the opposite? Silver is, you know, it depends. Sometimes you're going to see silver blowing up, and sometimes gold is pushing up higher. That's just the nature, all right? The nature of the. Now think about this, right? People take profits if they are in gold. They're trading gold all the way up. They understand there is a correlation between gold and silver, but gold has been underperforming. They take profits. Where do you think they're going to put it? Where do you think they're going to put it in? The things always balance out. Always balance out here. And this is where our, for example, one of our indicators comes into play on the higher time frame, which is called the Stealth Valuation Index. Okay, and this is, for example, gold against silver. So you can kind of see what's happening here. You put this right there. What you can see. Oh, actually put it on 100. My bad. What you can see is that we were really close to like an overvaluation, right? And the moment you get to that overvaluation, that's a moment usually where silver tends to take over. It's called the X Limitless Stealth Valuation Index. It's one of the indicators you get when you are in a VIP. What chart are you using on CFDs? The chart that I use is the Owanda chart, yes. If I look at XAU USD, for example, or Euro USD, whatever, always Owanda for some reason. I don't know what it is, but the amount of, pretty much the amount of, I think it's the volume, the amount of volume traded or something on that broker. I don't know. It's just, it's freaking clean, man. It works. It works. You can see how well gold is holding here, right? And how well actually the dollar is holding as well in that resistance right now. So as long as gold is holding here, right there, as long as gold is so this is dollar, as long as gold is holding here and it's not breaking down, then and the dollar breaks down, then gold's gonna hold support here. Right? But I prefer, if that's the case, I want to trade silver. I want to see silver getting towards my level and go from there. If gold breaks to 37.30, we'll have a short trade. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Let's see what it is on spot. Not just 37.30, just the break and a retest. And you really want to see that rejection taking place here. And target the previous daily lows, for example. Tops go above the highs. That will be a nice setup. Honestly, that will be a good setup. But the dollar has to just pull back a bit. And then break down. But for now, as long as the dollar's in resistance, silver is where it's at for sure. But yeah, this is literally something that we talked about last week. If you guys remember the streams last week, for example, we went through we talked about the dollar, right? The FOMC. And we talked about how the retail trader was freaking bearish on the dollar. And how when there are major news events, how that usually results into reversals. And people say, oh, these indicators, they're, you know, indicators are useless. Well, keep in mind that this is not an indicator. This is not just an indicator that's created or built around the candlesticks. There's nothing to do with candlesticks. Okay, this all has to do with how a certain market participants are positioned throughout what we call the CUT data. If you heard about the CUT data before, great. If you haven't, maybe interesting to learn about. But it's in the ebook anyways. Everything is explained there. But guess what happened? On the higher time frame, on the dollar, retail was in a bearish extreme. FOMC came out, range, manipulation, expansion, boom, reversal. We have been pushing up for the last week aggressively, post FOMC. This just proves once again that when retail is extremely bearish, that it usually results in a multi-week trend towards the upside. And it happens over and over and over and over again. Here, this is 4 weeks. This is multiple months, even a year, where the dollar is just pushing. The moment retail gets towards that bearish extreme. So you have at least a minimum of like 4 weeks of that bullish momentum. Okay. That is something that we talked about last week before the FOMC, because the moment everyone gets so freaking bearish on the dollar, and everyone just has that certainty that the dollar has to come down more because that's what they want. When interest rates come down, dollar should become weaker. Guess what happens? Price reverses out of nowhere. Guess what happens right now? GDP comes out incredible, right? All that stuff. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Lorenzo, are you streaming live on YouTube? Which all days in a week? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not all days in a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So what you can do, if you are here, you come at 8 a.m. We kick off the stream. We look at our charts. We talk setups. We talk market. Sometimes we're in position instantly. Sometimes not. Sometimes we have to wait. Sometimes there is no trade. Sometimes we just simply understand and look at the market and we say, it's not our thing today, not our setups today. That can happen too, right? Your goal is to join 8 a.m. We go over the market. My goal is to teach you something new and prepare you, and that's my responsibility. My responsibility is to prepare you for the fourth quarter of this year. So I think that if you get ready for a major expansion period, which is Q4, which is I expect to happen. The dollar starts moving quickly up or down. I don't really care. I just want to see volume, volatility. We can really capitalize, really capitalize. So step 1, join the live stream. Step 2, download the ebook. You can download it for free. Join the live streams on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you're a real G, Telegram is where you want to be. This is where setups after setups after setups are coming to fruition exactly according to our strategy. So if you don't believe me, and you don't believe me live trading, and you don't see it from my perspective, then just look at what others are doing, because they're all following the exact same system. There is nothing different about what I'm doing on stream and what they are doing on the markets here. Sometimes they see something different, sure, on different assets. So they take different opportunities on different assets. But the strategy is the same. The system is all the same. Lorenzo, I have a question. When I use the session, you saw that? How do I fix? There we go. Damn, you guys know I have issues with my mic all the time. It's already better. If you guys were on the stream a year ago, man, until the 100K subs, I had probably the shittest microphone in the world. So yeah, if you missed out on all my 400 live streams since 3 years ago right now, I think it's been over 400 live streams right here. 400 live streams in the last 3 years. I saw that 30% of you guys are not subscribed. So here's what to do now. Just hover over to the subscribe button. Click on subscribe and like this video. You help your boy grow his algorithm. After writing his book. And then I'll fix his microphone. Perfect. Okay. Done. Ah, look at silver. Damn. Look at silver. Don't leave us right now. How much is that? No. Is that 3? Is that 3? Gold holding that support as well. No confirmation on gold. That's clear. Tuesday, previous daily very high, at the early previous daily very high. At this smaller freaking range right there, right? I was looking at it. I was looking at this range too. I was like, yeah, okay, but we have that larger range. We have the previous weekly, the current weekly. Is that the same level? No, 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 no. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Gold is still getting rejected as well here. Okay, holding up, holding up. Silver, don't leave us, baby. Don't leave us. Lorenzo, what do you think about the top step payouts? How do you work your way towards a payout? That's a good question. So first you need to make some money. Obviously that's the first step. So you make some money first. Once you make some money, you work your way. The way I like to do it, you work your way up. Let's say on a 150K account, I work my way up to 10K in profit. 10K in profit. Because you have your daily drawdown or your max loss limit, sorry. So you don't want to, you want to have, once you do a payout, some people don't care. They just blow their account after the payout and they start over again. I don't like that. I like to keep my accounts personally. That's my style. If I blow my account, I just have a losing streak or I have a bad month. Can happen. All right. So I work my way to 10K. I get a 5K payout on each account. Now, if you have 550K accounts, that's 5 times 5, that's 25. Okay. Now you're back at 5. So 155K, let's say, right? On your balance. Now you're up 5K, but you still have that 5K profit, right? That is enough for me to say, okay, that's enough for me to just keep building and continuing from there. And after that, the only thing that you have to do to get another 25K payout is you work your way from 5 to 10. You don't have to go from 0 to 10, right? And you can do that 5 times in a row, pretty much. And then you go into a live account and then you get screwed over. So you don't want that. You don't want to get a live account. A live top step account doesn't make any sense. Lorenzo, are you training? Yeah, of course, my friend. You have to be. You have to be. You have to be. You know? The thing with this, I was boxing for a long period of time. I broke my hand, got into like a lot of like, you know, A lot of injuries, everything. Super annoying. So, you know, I'm boxing still for fun, doing my exercises as well, but I'm right now heavily on the gym stuff right now. I have my trainer. I go to the gym. That's it. Crazy amount of supplements. All right. Not the supplements that you think. All right. Supplements. The good shit. Okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. Let me show you what I mean. We have vitamin D3. Right there. That's one. Vitamin D3. Magnesium. Vitamin C 500. Tonkat Ali. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got some iron in the mix. All right, we got some iron as well. We got some ashwagandha. If you're a real G, you know what this one is. Ashwagandha right there. That's pretty much it. So yeah, anyways, like once you reach the 30, my friend, once you reach the 30, you're like, bro, you need to do something. You need to start taking some shit. That's it. Yeah. Ivan, keep in mind, silver and gold typically move in concert. They are both affected by the dollar. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Good to see you again. He's right. If the dollar breaks down, it's very simple. Dollar is in resistance, breaks down. Obviously, I'm long biased on silver. I'm going to look for longs on silver. If the dollar continues to drive up here, there is a big chance that gold will simply break down. And then I will prefer to short gold over to short silver. That's pretty much it right there. Okay? So right now at the moment, it seems like the dollar is in that resistance. It seems that because of that, silver is the most interesting setup right now. Oh shit, what did I see there? Liam. Liam, back at it again, hey? What's happening? What's happening, my friend?
Hello?
Yo, Liam, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Oh, no,
What up, man? How you doing, bud?
It's me. Yeah, I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Doing very well. You have been absolutely crushing it lately, bro. Explain. What is the secret sauce? You have been taking win after win after win. It's actually really crazy.
Thank you, man. So I can hit... Yeah, thank you. So I've got someone else got you running in the background, and it sounds like there's a delay, so it's throwing me off a little bit. Sorry, my man. Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Keeping to the fixed ranges, keeping to the patterns and the ebook. Being patient, keeping a strong perspective on what entry model I'm looking for and when. Yeah, man, it's been going really well. Currently took a short in gold earlier. I moved it to break even, so I've brought that down. Kind of got there, but yeah, man, it's about managing risk, and yeah, things are going really well. Thanks, bro. Thanks to you, man.
Amazing, man. Yeah, good luck. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Yeah, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Liam, absolutely killing it. He's been streaming London sessions pretty much every day. He's there right now every single day in the London live streams here. If you like activity and you like setups, then yeah, what can I say? Incredible. Matthias says, let's say the dollar starts to reject, gold reclaims its previous daily POC. Wouldn't it show us a bullish setup? We will break the trend line, resistance, and dump from yesterday's New York session. Yeah, that would be a bullish setup, exactly. Yeah, but like I said before, because silver already took out the highs, I prefer to utilize silver over gold. So it's not about not being bullish on gold. It's just more about being more bullish on silver. That's the idea. Skinny got like 10 supplements in the morning, stack 8 in the evening, then the mushroom coffees. My man, he's going for it. Different types throughout the day. It's a game changer. I swear, even at 35, I'm in the best shape of my life here. Yo, tell me more about that mushroom, about these mushrooms. Please, tell me more. Tell me more. What's happening there? Okay, we're pushing. We're pushing down a bit. Typical Dutchman want to know about mushrooms. Hey, I heard microdosing mushrooms can be beneficial. I heard that most of the successful entrepreneurs are doing it. I'm not 100% sure. I've never done it. That's for sure. One thing is for sure, right? All these guys that I know right now, my age, they're talking about TRT and stuff. You know, taking their testosterone replacement therapies and stuff. I do believe that truly you can do a lot natural. I think you can truly, if you really want to, and you're consistent, you can absolutely crush it naturally still. Even if your testosterone is low, I can guarantee I can double it in the next 3 months. Tonkarali, ashwagandha, magnesium, iron, and vitamin D. Stack that together. Exercise daily. Lift heavy weights. Pyramid. Fast in the morning. Get sun. And have a good sleep. Okay, POI here. Let's see. Where's the dollar at? Dollar is still there. Gold breaking down, closing down. What do you guys prefer? Gold shorts or silver longs? What do you guys are preferring here? Lol, most of the successful entrepreneurs are doing it. Maybe 2% of them. Yeah, maybe 2%. You're right. Maybe 2%. Maybe 2%. Maybe 2%. I want gold shorts, gold, so much gold, silver long, or gold shorts. Well, the fact that the dollar is it's actually interesting how the dollar is getting rejected and gold's still dropping. Gold is still weak, coming down here, so that's definitely not a good sign. That is definitely that's true. I agree. The dollar is kind of pushing down here. Gold doesn't really care. Didn't give us a strong confirmation. Actually, is losing this level right now. Amaga says I got fucked on news trading. I mean, we've all been there, my friend. We've all been there. Yeah, I had a major loss also on the last month. I had a major loss on the pound against the US dollar. I was in a trade. I forgot about the news. Sometimes I'm handicapped too. I forgot about the news. That was not smart. That was not smart. Being in position before the news without knowing that there is news. That's not smart. That's not smart at all. Silly me. This is the 50-minute time frame on gold. Indeed, we have 4 minutes for closure here. The fact that the dollar right now is pushing down a little bit. It's already pushing up again. It's holding up very well. Gold doesn't really care though. Gold is weak anyways. Lost its previous level. Is now below the fixed very low. Yeah, man. If we close below that and we pull back, then I think I can set. I will set a limit order, which is like what, 4 minutes. We kind of had our entry model 4 already at that breakout. Did you take any trades on the news? Nope. Nothing on the news. No, I'm really trying to avoid this right now. Maybe for fun sometimes we're going to trade some news here. I'm going to go live during the NFP or something. I'm going to mark out a range. I'm going to set a limit order. I'm not going to do that on a prop firm. I'm not going to do that on Top Step. But I will do this on my private account, for example, and just have some fun. Why not? Why not? Sometimes... Best. Okay, we're working. We're live. We're alive. Is it working? Okay. Yeah, so it was either silver longs or gold shorts, depending on the structure and depending on the dollar. Now, clearly, what's happening here is that the dollar came down, gold was dropping with it. Didn't care. It just shows tremendous amount of strength right now. Dollar is very strong. I don't want to bet against this right now. So gold just broke down. Closure is in what? 2 minutes. Any pullback will be a potential entry there. What is your setup called in terms of playbook? The setup is very, very obvious. It's very clear. It's a C here. It's an M here. It's the E here. You break the lows of C. You pull back into C. And you continue to drop lower. Especially, for example, if the previous daily lows are not taken out yet. Then that is a bonus. That is a plus. Okay, we have a closure. So, very low. That actually makes sense. Above the range there, perfect. Okay. For gold, why are you using the fixed very low instead of the current weekly? Because it's it's pretty much the CME play here. Okay, and the more levels align, the better it is. But this is a clear CME. So for example, we have a CRC here, the consolidation, the expansion, the retracement. This is literally in your book right here. It's the exact same thing. The exact same thing. At page number 46-7 of your ebook. Then we have the CME. This is the CME. You should think about it from an inverted standpoint, where you consolidate, you manipulate, you break down, and you look for the continuation. Now, if you combine the CRC with a CME, it is a very good, it's a textbook setup for me personally. So then it's the pullback into the fixed very low, and then an entry at 37.33.67. There is no setting to enable very low and very high and top step. How your top step chart have them? You have them right there. You go to the fixed and swing profile. You mark it out. Then you know where to draw your levels from. Then you go to the horizontal ray. Right here, you click on it. You put it here. And then you can type in text, for example, fixed very low. And then you click on template. You click on save as. You type in fixed very low. You save it, and then every time when you pull it up, you can just directly go to template and smash it. Yeah? Nice. Okay. Yeah, it's all about marking it out. It's all about preparing yourself for everything pretty much. So you want to make sure that you at least beforehand put all your levels in. Highly recommend you to backtest everything that I'm just saying right now, right? You can just say, okay, yeah, this guy just talks a bunch of nonsense right here. So let me just at least test it. I'm this type of person, right? I want to make sure that when someone, you know, says it, I just don't want to assume. I want to test. I want to make sure that he's correct, right? So you can actually use the volume profile. You go to replay. You select whatever, random. Select bar, you select random bar. You click on random bar, and that's it. You start testing it. And it's not gonna be perfect, but you will get a rough estimate, a rough feel for what we're talking about. I noticed you trade a lot on the 50-minute. Is it because YouTube stream, or is it the best for gold in general? To be honest, it's 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. If I would now look at the 30-minute, the setup will be the same. So, yeah. Is the volume profile still 128.70? Yes, it is. It's still in the book. Everything is in the book. Everything is in the book. The settings, the way to draw them, why to draw them, the results, the data, everything. Everything. While we're waiting for gold here, let's see what the guys are doing right now. Because yesterday, when I got that loss, these guys were crushing it. So it's better to look at and that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm now in a stage where these guys are just doing their thing. It is the best feeling in the world when you have guys in the group that you can just trust, and that just they just know it. They just get it. They're just like, okay, guys, job done. Let's get to work. Boom. And they're here because they want to be here. They want to be here. They just want to be here. They want to be here. They want to stream. They want to, they want to be there together. They trust each other. It's the best feeling you could say as a, whatever, mentor, whatever you want to call it, to have guys crushing it. With or without you, regardless. Vanessa took a short on the pound US dollar. Nice. Please tell us you come to the daily live streams. Right now it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, right now. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We might increase it over time again. But for now, keep in mind I have the guys in the group. I have so many more layers, so many more things to do. A year and a half ago, for example, yeah, every day. Let's see. Ricky says, yes, joining LTA is the best thing that happened to me this year. Nice. Yes. You guys need to be in the Telegram. Because we do this all day long. London has been extremely clean, by the way. Like, I have no idea why I've been not streaming the London session, to be honest, because it's like, has been killing it. Absolutely killing it. Have you guys noticed that the London session has been absolutely killing it, chat?
Between the lines, stuck between the smoking vice.
3 a.m. London session at 3 a.m. Yeah, 100%. It's gonna be a bit early. Yeah. For me personally, London could be actually really good. It's 3 p.m. Yeah, London session for me is 3 p.m. New York session is 8 p.m. 9:30 if I would trade the NASDAQ, for example, at the open. So imagine we're starting to work at 9:30. Wait, is this on right now? I hope not. There we go. Okay.
Where do we go when the sunshine meets the night? Chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoking vice. Where do we go when the sunshine meets the night? Chasing a ghost between the lines.
Yeah, let me know what you guys were thinking. What do you guys thinking? What do you guys are trading? Let me know, chat. Are you guys trading gold only? Are you guys mixing it up? Are you guys trading the NQ? So many of you guys trading the NQ, by the way, lately. What is that, man? Everyone looking at the NQ? I don't know. Abdul says we have the same entry. Okay. Gold gold short is textbook. It is textbook. It is a setup that is textbook for us. Yes, correct. It's a semi play. Temper says gold and NQ, just gold, silver long. What else? Anyone else? I'm sure you guys trade Forex too. At least a nice little AU, EU, GU. I didn't get filled. Okay. Didn't get filled, G's. Literally. Oh my God. Okay.
Where do we go? Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night.
That is less than a point, I swear to God. It's less than a point.
Stuck between the smoking vines. Where do we go?
That's one tick. For sure.
Sunshine meets the night. She snickles between the lines. Stuck between the smoking vines.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. If price comes back, it gives me time now to say, okay, if price retest the fix very low and it gets rejected again, I can say, okay, I'll enter market or something like that. Otherwise, if this just drops, that will be... that will be nasty.
Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night. She snickles between the lines. Stuck between the smoking vines.
Damn. How much is this?
When the sunshine meets the night.
60 pips. 65 pips.
Between the lines. Stuck between the smoking vines.
Look at this level right now.
When the sunshine meets the night.
Look at that level. Closure, retracement, fixed very low.
Between the lines. Stuck between the smoking vines. Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night.
Stop loss above the highs. So your 1-to-1 is right there. Man.
Where do we go?
Right there.
Where do we go? Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night,
Okay.
chisel goes between the lines, stuck between the smoking vice. Where do we
Yeah.
Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night, chisel goes between the lines, stuck between the smoking.
Damn, G's.
Where do we go?
Damn, G's. That is the rule. That, you know, you can always turn this into a reel. That's the good part. We can always turn this into a reel. Okay. I think that was a 80 pip move. We can always turn that into a reel. That's the good part. That first step was super important to get triggered, to secure yourself, to do the things that you need to do in reality of that trade here. So yeah, we'll see. The fixed very low is a real level. We saw that rejection immediately after that closure right there. It's no joke. It is no joke. That is for sure. And the thing is, these are usually one of my favorite patterns as well, because it's like your range, the CRC, and then the internal CME, because this is the Asian lows, right? The Asian lows here. And then that potential continuation play, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, do whatever you want to do with it. But I missed out on this trade by, I can guarantee it was less than a point. It was one tick.
Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night,
It was one tick. One tick for sure.
stuck between the smoking vice. Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night,
Can you enter now? No, I cannot now. It's the first step, the first reaction is what I was looking at. By default, directly. It is kind of holding up, but now I can better wait for a reaction and then a proper rejection on the lower time frame or a re-entry if possible. But yeah, it depends. Depends on what the market does here. Never chase the market is something that I've learned. Always screws me over. The market never gives me what I want. When I chase the market down here, right? You start reversing, coming back to the entry. I'm like, ah, fuck. Should have just waited. Should have just waited. But yeah, man. What about silver? If I take gold short, I'm not going to take silver longs. Doesn't make sense to go long on silver and short on gold. It's either one of those. It depended on the market conditions. Yeah, that is the truth to the that's the real truth here. How big is this move from the entry? It would have been, yeah, that's like 197 pips. 97 pips, yeah. But what we're looking at right now is just the risk-reward ratio, okay? That's what we're looking at here. The risk to reward ratio. Yeah. It's still holding up here. So if you say, you know, we're at a 0.9 R, I'm going to put my stops on break even. I can understand that. Because you see the triple bar, the triple candle bar here. This is all discretionary. So this is something that you can do if you want to. If you exactly entered there. If you entered later, yeah. You exactly entered at that level, like we did before with that limit order. Then it's fine. Lorenzo, possible setup on oil. Let's at least check it. Let's at least check it. Nah, we can, and yeah, anyways. You're talking about this one? You're talking about this range? It's very high. Okay. Yeah, it's actually really good. I agree with you. It's actually very nice. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Are you in our Telegram, my friend? Yano? Are you in our Telegram already? Yes, you are. Okay, amazing. Can you please share this in the oil chat right there, my friend? Thank you. Please share this in the audio chat right here. Yeah. I mean, it did came down quite aggressively. It's still holding up quite well, to be honest. It's still like came down like 100 pips. It's still holding up. It's still holding up quite well. But it's still weak. It doesn't really want to move up. Dollar turned that shit into support as well here. It just pulled back a little bit. It's literally turning this into support. Dollar is super strong. Dollar is super strong. Yeah, dollar is super strong right now. Dollar is super strong. How can I join the Telegram group? You can click on the link in the description. This is where we share all our setups, London sessions, trade ideas, same setup. This is textbook, by the way. This gold trade textbook. You can click on this link right here. Join our private LTA accelerated Telegram. The best thing is you join our whole ecosystem, okay? The Telegram is one layer, but it's about the whole ecosystem. If you want to become part of the LTA ecosystem, like many traders are, then it's downloading the ebook, coming to the streams, getting to the Telegram, and get involved. So you click on this link, and you join. You talk to us, you join. Two things you can do. It's either going to be a one-time payment of $400 lifetime. That is a one-time payment. Or you sign up with Vantage, the broker that we use, deposit $350 on your account. We benefit from each trade you take pretty much. You benefit from the setups pretty much and the lessons you take. And we go from there. So you can choose whatever you prefer.
Where do we go? Where do we go? When the sunshine meets the night.
Jana says, yes, man, I'm new since this week. Sure, amazing. Please share it, my friend. Get involved. Even if you're new, man, there is nothing wrong with sharing your ideas and sharing your processes. I think it is really good regardless, because you're going to get, boom, instant feedback. Instant feedback. Right? Instant feedback. Liam here. Looking to enter here. Boom. Enter there. Boom. Ace, gold is textbook. I agree. Yeah, look at it. Look at this guy. Perfect setup. Perfect entry. He got filled. We didn't. He got filled. He already secured himself. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, appreciate that. Sometimes we forget about the music. I'm the worst DJ. You can't invite me on your party. That's not gonna work out very well. I can come with my saxophone though. You know what I mean? I can come with my saxophone for you. But DJ, nah. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, the Euro USD, even if the dollar reverses eventually, this is a setup that I'm going to look at 100%. It's something that, yeah, it's just going to be very good. By the way, if you look here at the Euro USD, and this is a test while we're waiting for gold, etc. right now. Right, gold is, yeah, breaking down, right? I want to show you something like this here, okay? Do you see a setup here on the Euro USD? This was Tuesday, 2 days ago, on the 30-minute time frame. Let me know if you see it. Yeah, you can see that gold is really trying to hold this level right now. So if you want to put your stops there on break even, that's just obvious. If you have 4 candles sitting there, you can, in my opinion. But yeah, can you see it? Euro USD, exactly. This is that range. It's a bit messy, I get it, but this is that range. This is that breakout, and then this is that that continuation play, right? And then what you then use is you use the fixed horizontal profile over this range, and then what happens? You first react from the POC. You see that? You have, let's say, a macro bias. Your macro bias or your daily bias is bearish. It's not bullish. It's bearish. So you need to have a bias first. You cannot get involved without a bias, right? So what happens? Price holds up, your bearish bias, it breaks down. Then comes the very, very low. And look at that rejection here. You see that? That rejection, that is an entry model 1 right here. Entry model 1, double wick confirmation, breakdown. Your entry goes there. Your stops go above. You can also put above the range if you have a wider target, but it can be above, and then you target a 2-to-1 this way, for example. All right, that is on page number 57 of your ebook. Look at that. You see that break, retest, in this case, the double wick, and then that breakdown. That is an example that you see in the Euro USD here on the 30-minute time frame, right? But that is that range, that is the manipulation, that is expansion, and then the break below the very low is the entry. So when you trade order blocks, you will not be able to spot this. When you trade fair value gaps, there was no fair value gap. Yeah. So that is kind of the thought process right there. It's not an indicator, right? People confuse this tool for an indicator. It's actually not an indicator. It is a tool, all right? And this tool measures volume. That's all it does. It's not an indicator, okay? It's not an indicator like you would say it is an indicator for, right? It is actually it is actually simply just a tool that analyzes the amount of trades that were taken at a certain price level. And where there are more trades taken, it's the easiest way to explain it, that's where usually you turn levels from support into resistance or vice versa. Right? People are, yeah, order flow information on Forex is hard. Well, not on Owanda. Owanda has been really, really, really accurate. It's a proxy, correct? It is a proxy, but it's still accurate. Yeah, exactly. What is it called? This is called the CME play, the C, the M, and the E play right here. And then the breakdown below that structure right there, right? That's kind of the thought process on this. There we go. Gold is retracing here. So if you get rejected, I might be able to look for a new entry myself. We haven't tapped into that level yet though. So if you have put your stops on break even, then this is probably where your entry is. What indicator is that on your chart with the blue and purple? That's the fixed size profile. That is the tool we're talking about pretty much all the time. Yeah. What happened to your trade? Unfortunately, I didn't get filled on literally one tick. Literally one tick. Unfortunately. What do you mainly trade? I trade pretty much everything you could imagine with the group. I like to trade a lot of things. Personally, I like it. I don't like to stick to one asset only. Some people do, some people don't. I don't like it personally. I like to trade multiple assets because it just allows me to find the best setups. Because there are 2 or 3 setups I look for every single day, pretty much. And if it's that setup is just not always going to be on the same asset every day. That is just the reality. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video about this tool here. I actually thinking about doing that, making a video about this tool and just keeping you guys in the loop for that exact reason here. Edison says break even hit. Yes, all right. Well, let's see if we can find another entry, which I can enter the market or not. It didn't break the previous low. Yeah, you could see it. You could see it was holding up here super well. 4 candles in a row. At some point, you have to make a decision there. Yeah. Exactly. Master says I tried to download the ebook. I entered the email. I see a message. Your free ebook is on the way. Then you should get another email with the ebook. So just be patient. You get another email. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that gold is holding up here is actually very strong. This leads us back to plan B. Right? This leads us back to silver. Overall, pretty ranges today again. Similar to yesterday, we saw that follow through later on. Today, pretty rangy day overall. Let's see where silver is at right now. Look at that reaction. Wow, nice. That's actually very nice. If you add the cumulative volume delta in 5 minutes as an indicator, you see that sellers have tried to sell by breaking the minimum when price has not broken. Yeah, so aggressive sellers stepped into it, couldn't bring price or push price further down. Yeah, happens. Lorenzo, we are in silver on the trading floor. VIP is on fire. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Very nice. In this case, I would say personally, I'm going to wait for that breakout. That's an entry model 1. If you break above that high here. We already talked about it from the beginning onwards. We said it's going to be either silver longs or gold shorts. Initially, we tried getting to gold shorts. Didn't get filled myself, but gold broke down. It's still at the very, very low. It's getting rejected, by the way. It's having a very hard time breaking out. But silver is just holding up really well. Regardless. So if you do break out here, silver is a nice alternative. Yeah. That's what happens on rangy days. LTA trading floor killing it. Yes, sir. Amazing. Amazing, man. See where Vanessa's at right now. Yes, very nice. Should we go for buying gold? No. I'm personally not buying gold. If I would buy silver. I would not buy gold. We talked about this beginning of the stream. I would buy silver and I would sell gold if I get the chance here. That's why. Gold is definitely on the weaker side. There's no comparison. Silver is much stronger than gold right now. So for buys, it's silver. For sells, it's gold with the right convo. Moody says New York session isn't respected lately. Now I'm telling you guys, man, the London sessions, man, I've seen it too. Look at silver, for example. Look at silver today. London Open, boom. 200 what? 200 points. 20 points right there. 21 points. How many pips is that on spot? It's like at least 200 pips. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. And you can see on gold, this level, we were getting rejected at this level for a reason. I personally don't want to buy into the fixed very low. And then after that, you have to deal with this level, the POC as well. Look at that rejection that we've seen there. So you're buying into resistance, and yes, it might break through, But why would you just, why would you make it so difficult for yourself if you can just simply long silver? You're dealing with this whole range already. You have broken that high already. You're only dealing with this stuff right there. So instead of like trying to force a gold long, right? I would look personally for the silver variant long, if I could say long, right? Let's see what we're doing here. I think the guys are in 2. Let me know if my, let's check it out. I don't think it's working. Test. Hey, what's up, guys? I think it's working now.
Hey, Lorenzo. What's
Yeah,
up?
we can hear you.
Amazing, man.
Yo.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Lorenzo.
So you guys are in silver? We're looking at silver right now.
I took
Yes.
platinum.
Platinum.
I have a setup, but I didn't enter because the stop loss is at the moment too wide for me.
Okay. Even on an EM1?
Yeah, I'm above my 0.5% risk. So unfortunately, I can't trade it. If it doesn't fit my risk management, I won't take it.
Yeah.
But I have my eye even maybe on a continuation trade. If we have this fall, this high,
Yeah.
then if there's enough volume, maybe an EM4 or yeah, some structure that I can take it from there with a better stop loss, I will see.
Good to have you here, Vanessa.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
Monster says, yesterday there was no email in the spam and promotion folder. I will try to download it again. Yes, just do that. Try again. Different email. I mean, over what, like 10,000 people have downloaded the book already. So, should work. The minister says, that's why Vanessa is one of the best, being smart, having less ego, more constraints, taking the right risk. That's why she's one of the elites. Yes, she's also trying to improve every single month. But her way of managing and dealing with risk is top notch. So yes, in the VIP, we have a guy, we have a lot of people like that. Some of them are a bit more aggressive. Some of them are more conservative, more careful, more patient. Yeah, silver starting to push. I do like this potentially here. I think the hourly candle looks really good. Overall, if you look at gold initially, gold was trying to break down initially here. Tapped into the fixed very low. Is still below the fixed very low. Think about that. It is still below. It's pretty much still below the fixed very low here. So where, you know, silver is shining, gold trying to break out, but it just, you know, you're trading into all that stuff, all that resistance right there. That makes it very hard. Volatile, hey G, gold still looking good for a sell. It's just the thing is that, yeah, it's definitely getting rejected, that's for sure. But if you look at these wicks, a lot of pushing. It might come down again towards the zone. It's getting a bit tricky right now. That initial trade, that initial tap was in my opinion really good. Was in my opinion perfect. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As long as price pulls back, yeah. I don't know. Some people are buying gold. Are some people buying gold here? Let me know, chat. Are you guys buying gold? If so, I would recommend to check out silver instead. Maybe it's interesting here. If you trade CFDs, the spread might be a bit higher. I'm not sure. It is crazy, right, though? Let's be honest. It is crazy how the fixed value area low is holding up here on gold right there. Yeah. It is crazy if you think about it. Yeah, it's a bit rangy, to be honest. It's price is literally a little bit all over the place right here. It comes up, it comes down, it comes up, it comes down. If you're still in that gold sell, right? If you're still in that gold sell, then yeah, you can try to hold on. But keep in mind, there's really strong support here at this level right now. There's a reason why price is holding here. This can take forever. Gold can come down, it can bounce. But even if the order was triggered for you, it would have been ended on break even for sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% following the rules. Jim Money says, I lost 10K today. You do gold buys, right? You were in gold buys? Were you in gold buys? Yeah. Unfortunate, man. Well, let's say price comes back. I'm not sure where you bought gold exactly, at what price level. But yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. What about silver? Yeah, if you would re-break that high, yeah, thinking about entering long there. Yeah, if you do break the high and gold decides to hold again right now and we follow through, there has to be some sort of follow through. There simply has to be. At least you would say so, right? You would say so. So yeah. You would say so, but in terms of gold, yeah, gold is back at these lows again. Volatile says I closed this trade break even. Market is too slow. It is. Yeah, it's definitely on the slow side. Yeah. Bro, why didn't you take your position on gold? Because first of all, there was no clean entry model after this first trade. We had a limit order set. Literally, you guys saw it. You guys saw it. Where were we? Let me actually find it. So you understand. You understand my position. You understand where I was. So you really understand how nasty it was actually. There. You know what I mean? Right there. Right there. It actually hit it. If you would look at it from this angle on the 30-minute, it actually simply just, it hit it. And it hit that level. We didn't get filled. Usually we do. But it was literally one tick. Then price started to stagnate here really long. And then it came up. Yeah. It showed that there was support there. Pretty much around 1 hour. It showed that there was support there. And then it reversed. Yeah, that's not the moment to then say, oh, I'm going to enter a position now. Silver is still holding up very well, regardless. If you look at gold and you compare silver to gold right now, then yeah, you can just simply see it. That's it. We're gonna have these periods. This week is a bit like a period where it's a bit messy, a bit all over the place. But yeah, man, bigger picture, right? We always look at the bigger picture, see what's happening from that standpoint. We always are looking at the macros, the weekly, the daily results. Not just the daily results, sorry, the weekly results, the monthly results. What's the next thing to look for in gold? I mean, the thing is, if gold wants to pull back on a Friday, let's say, and it wants to break down right now, and it's want to, then there is a chance it's gonna go and revisit the opening price of the week, the Sunday open. You have this range to deal with right here. Obviously, this is an area where you got rejected from. This area got respected actually quite well. So you have this one right here. You can see how it tapped into the very low here again. These very lows, man. There's something about these levels right here, but you can see that. So let's say you break below this level, right? The very low. Then I would look for the exact same confirmation, pretty much. The exact same setup as we have been doing here. I will break down, I'll put a limit order there, and I'll put my stops a bit higher. And I would look for the continuation here. And fill that imbalance right there, that gap right there. Target the gap. And simply look for the continuation down. So again, I would use this range as my entry or my level, or at least my tool of reference. But it's only if you break down, if you break below that level at 3717.5, for example. And the reason why I use this level now is because it got respected before. And that's what I mean. It's just actually kind of like support and resistance, but it's more accurate. So just look at your next level. You're pushing down, you're looking at your next level, and then the question is, where can we go from there? The first thing I always do, number one, is what is like a good target? Like what makes sense? What potential target does make sense? Then I will look at the entry. I'm not going to look at the entry first, then the target. It's target first, entry second. Be right back, guys. Be right back. By the way, we're gonna do a giveaway today. I think we're gonna do a giveaway today. I need to figure that out in the chat, please. I'm gonna contact my team. We're gonna figure that shit out. It is Thursday, right? Yeah, it's Thursday. Be right back. Tommy, welcome back, my friend. No more NASDAQ. No more NASDAQ. No more NASDAQ. What's going on here? What's happening? Gold 3702 will be amazing. Yeah, I do agree. If gold can drop below this level, it would be nice. It would be nice, but you know, just as a lesson as well here, I think this a beautiful range, that rejection of the fixed very low, it's a serious level. We know that. We know that. It's also a setup that we took last week. We took that exact same trade, but we took it long. It was the same setup at that time, if you guys remember that. Gold created a range, Asian high range, manipulated. The lowest then broke above the range, tapped into the fixed very high, and then continued to go up higher. That was a nice 2-to-1. That was a nice setup. Yeah. So yeah, in this case, you can see it, right? You draw the range, you pull back, you get rejected. You draw this range, you pull back, you break below it, you get rejected. Like, my goal to you is to show you this 1,000 times until you're gonna say at some point, okay, you know what? I might have to look into this. I might have to kind of see if there's a possibility for me to see what I can do with it. That's my only goal. My only objective. Yeah. Silver doesn't really break the highs, I guess. No, hasn't broken it. So, globally says 1,000, 10,000 times better than supply and demand. For sure, because so many of these like supply or demand zones, especially on the lower time frame, they're very hard to find. And which one do you use? You know, you have like so many. Is it then the highs? Do you need to sweep the highs first? Do you need to do this first? Do you need to do that first? All these different levels, right? So I do appreciate, we do utilize supply and demand on the higher time frame. We do utilize supply and demand, of course we do, but only on the higher time frame. That's it. Because on the higher time frame, we believe in like larger accumulation distribution, higher time frame, institutional accumulation or distribution, and more lower time frame, market profile, buyers versus sellers, all these algos, all that stuff. So yeah, that's why volume is king, especially on the lower time frame. Yeah. Lorenzo's back streaming. Whoa. Yes, sir. We're back, man. Welcome back. It's been, what? How long? A year? No. It's been like 10 months. It's been roughly like 10 months here. But we're pulling back, man. We're pulling up again. The last 4 weeks or 3 weeks. No, 3 weeks. We have been streaming again. It feels good. It feels good to be back. To win on stream, to lose on stream. Miss some of my haters too, not gonna lie. You know, you kind of get used to that shit as well. So you're like, oh, well, you know, I miss that energy. Adrian says, I gotta go to boxing training. Thank you so much for your time, Lorenzo. Top G. See you next week. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Good to see you. And if you are new, we are live from Tuesday till Thursday. Okay? But download this ebook right here. Where is the book? Where is the book? Download the ebook right here. Okay? Or get this ebook. Links in the description. First link. Download the ebook for free. You come into the stream at 8 a.m. EST. We are going to be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Live trading, number one. Sometimes we're going to be a bit more, you know, educational. Sometimes we're going to react to some videos, to some content as well here. And most importantly, I know I realize that 30% of you guys watching are not subscribed yet. So if you, when you subscribe, just subscribe. Just freaking subscribe. Just do it. How can I join the LTA VIP and trading floor? And how do I get the indicators? You can join the LTA VIP trading floor by simply clicking on this link right here. Apply to get access to the LTA VIP elite community. You click on this right here. You fill in the information. You fill in the information. It's important for you to really properly take your time to fill this in. It will take literally 5 minutes, but I want you to be focused. I don't want you to have any distractions because I want an honest answer. I really want you to fill in this information here. And then from there onwards, we'll contact you here. It's not just about the VIP, you know, granting you access to the trading floor, all the guys streaming here. It's also kind of a, sorry to say this, but it's also kind of a quality check. Okay? We want to make sure that you are, you know, a right fit. Kind of like Harvard, right? In Harvard, you can have the best degrees possible, but they still check your history. They check your connections. I mean, we're not going to go that far, but you get the point. We want to make sure that you are the right fit. Because we won't want to have any ego in our group. We want people crushing it. We want people trading the same strategy. You know, there are variables. There are variables. So if you want to get access to the trading floor, you want to get access to the indicators, then that's the way to do it. You click on the link in the description, fill in that information. Got filled on silver. Oh shit, let's check. Yeah, gold's holding up again. Yeah, you see silver. Got filled on silver, guys. Got freaking filled on silver. Is this then the moment for silver to shine? That's the question. Or is it going to be a chop chop? A chop chop today. Like, there is a reason why gold is like not. There is a reason why gold refuses, literally refuses, to break this level right here. Right, and there's also a reason why longing gold is so much more difficult right now, because you're dealing with that resistance. At some point, you know, we're gonna see a breakout. It's gonna happen at some point, right? Yeah. So yeah, last chance, silver, 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 silver. Consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation, EM1. Entry model 1. It is textbook. It is textbook. What's the spread on gold for top step? There is no spread because it's futures. There is slippage, yes, but there is no spread. Okay? There's no spread. Spread sometimes doesn't have to be high at all, by the way, especially on gold. Okay? So just make sure that you have the right broker. Some brokers are really screwing you on your gold setups. And I know that because I got offered a ridiculous amount of money sometimes beforehand from brokers that were giving me crazy offers. And the only reason why they can give me a crazy offer is because they can screw you with that offer to me. That's just the reality. Okay? If a broker offers you an X amount of money, then that's not going to be good for the end consumer, right? That's just the reality. So I never deal with that. I always said no to that. I can't mentally deal with this. Ethically, I cannot deal with that. So use Vantage. Why silver, not gold? Yeah, we talked about it already. If it's about a long setup, silver is the way to go. Gold is it's very tricky. This is nasty, by the way, guys. What is this price action, by the way, man? Wow. It's really nasty, to be honest. It's really nasty today. Like, good luck. Like, luckily you have to fix very low. But, man. Damn. Yeah. Right? How do you use the volume? Download the ebook. That's all I can say. Download the ebook. Get to the streams at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We will talk about this tool forever until your balls fall off. Why silver, not gold? Well, yeah. Just look at it. Just look at it. How do you call that? That's like I think they call that a barcode play or something like that. I don't know, man. Something like that. It's like it's called like a barcode play. Yeah, this is just way too slow for me, guys. Sorry today. This is absolutely. $100 pip up, 100 pip down, 100 pip up. Yeah. Yeah. Think about that. Actually, this is a 100 pip range. It's true. So if you were a G, like a real G, okay, if you had the real balls, you would have shorted here, bought here, shorted there, bought there, shorted there, bought there, short. Good luck. Lorenzo Busato, nice name, my friend. I'm also in the silver trade. Just got in the live now, and I noticed we took the same trade. Ah, nice. So you took it by yourself. Amazing. Great. How are you funded? Or how much, sir? How much are you funded? 750. 750K. Where do you live? I live in Bali, man. I live in Bali. I have been living in Bali for the past years. It's right now 11 p.m. for me. Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys, but this is really too slow for me right now. Gold. Who's still in the gold cells here? Yeah, are you still in the gold cells? Then you're a real G. If you're still in cells, then you're a G. So you're trading one or all the accounts. Now this is just copied. So if I take one trade, I take 5 trades pretty much, right? So if I make, let's say I make $1,000. Let's just keep it simple, right? I would make 5K. Canggu, yes, sir. Canggu right now, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, gold, yeah, I'm telling you, like, ping pong. Ping pong. You don't want to trade this right now, honestly. If you're a real G if you're trading this right now. I dare you go long right now. I dare you. Nice. Flip and continue. Guys, sorry, I'm gonna have to put it on break even here. Yeah, you can say, yeah, what about your 1R? Yes. Sorry, it's very late. I'm really not bothered right now. If we flip this 30-minute candle bearish again, like how long are we gonna be in a position here? Lorenzo, what's happening to gold today? No one knows. No one truly knows. No one truly knows. Okay. No one knows, my friend. No one knows what's happening on Goldie today. We call this a double sandwich, or a barcode, or a ping pong bar play. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Anyways, silver looked very strong. The reason why it was very interesting is because you have the consolidation, the expansion, the retracement, the continuation, entry model 1. Like everything that I do, guys, here, and this is important for you, everything that I do here is textbook. It's in the book. There's nothing I'm going to do outside of these setups right there. Okay? It's the only way you understand it. You can revert back to it and you can see it's not random. Everything here is calculated. It makes sense. It's tested beforehand. Yeah, we're going to lose trades for sure, but proven. That's why. Yeah, good luck trading gold, man. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Let me know, by the way, if you are new or you have been following us now for, let's say, a couple streams. Do you now understand kind of what we're looking at by default here? Like the entry model, okay, maybe that's new, but like the different types of setups we're looking for. Even with gold, right? This was still legitimate, right? Overall, from like an entry perspective, you see how important that level holds by default right now. It still hasn't broken it. Like it's trying to. Or this one, consolidation, expansion, retracement, sell off. Let me know, chat. Let me know if you understand now. Kind of the setups we're looking at here. Because it's important, because we're gonna, you know, repeat this over and over and over again. Pretty much. Let's see what the community is doing. Let's see if they're in silver. The community is doing. Let's see if they're in silver. Hey. What's happening, guys? Silver?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, bro. Silver.
So, yep, silver.
Found my entry as well on the lower time frame.
Vanessa, you're in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Top was a bit tighter, but it makes sense with the 1 hour candles, and yeah, I took it on the lower time frame, so
Let me
it was
see.
necessary.
Amazing. Yes. Okay, W community. Awesome. Same system. Same process. Same setups. Different instruments sometimes. There is a chance I cut this trade short earlier. Like I said before, it's getting very late. This is gonna lower my risk-reward ratio, but it's about the average for me. Usually when it's very late, that's to me just better to sometimes cut it. But for now, there's still movement. There's still some tick volume, you can see it. Gold breakout, yes. It was a matter of time then. Yeah, if gold decides to just come down here 100 pips 5 times and it comes back up, then at some point, yeah, it has to break above it. You know, this level has been holding up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 50-minute candle plays. Yeah, with that push now, right? With that push, the breakout. Giveaway time, yes. Let me ask my team. Let me ask my team what we can do there. All right, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Okay. This is what we are going to do, guys. We are going to go and do a 25K Fund Next giveaway challenge. Okay? 25K. It's Thursday. That's giveaway day. Last week we did something similar. I think it's a great way to end the week here for myself when I'm streaming, at least on YouTube, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. So what we're going to do, we're going to give away a 25K Fund Next challenge. Let me actually show you the website so you understand what I mean. With that, let me actually set it up here. So many tabs, so many tabs. We're going to make it happen. What do you need to do, though, in the meantime, while I'm pushing this or while I'm actually setting this up right now? You need to subscribe to this channel. 30% of you guys haven't subscribed to this channel. So that's actually kind of interesting. It's pretty high. So we want you to subscribe to this channel. We have to make sure that you actually do. At the same time, you have to follow your boy on Instagram as well here. Follow your boy on Instagram. Okay. Some badass content coming your way, your direction here. And then what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to set up the Nightbot right here. The giveaway right there. And then we will, let me see how we can fix that actually perfectly here. Let's do that. Man, I have too many tabs open today. There we go. Giveaway, keyword. Unique winners. One time. Remove spammers. Okay. Remove spammers. So one time right now, type in LTA. You have a chance of winning a 25k funded next challenge. Okay. A 25k funded next challenge. Potentially heading in your direction here. Very nice. Very nice. Great way of closing the week with you guys. After that, we have to go. Let me see if I can quickly show it here. A 25k funded next challenge. You understand it. You can choose your own account type. You can decide what it's going to be. So I leave this completely up to you to decide pretty much. Funded next. One of the best CFD prop firms, the fastest growing. I think they went from like number 6 or 7 to like number 2 post FTMO. FTMO funded next, funded pips or something, funding pips. I don't know. Funded next has been killing it, man. They're doing really well. So I think it's one of the most reliable props right now, next to the FTMO as well here. So 25k chance of winning it right here. You can choose whatever you want to do here. 1 step, 2 step. We'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it right here. All right. Let's make it happen. Cool. There we go. I miss my sound. I miss my... Is that this one? Ooh, sorry for that. That's not the one I was looking for. Hey, okay, one more time. In 3, 2, 1. Bob HZ. Congratulations, Bob. You won the giveaway, my friend. Congratulations. Bob HZ. Bob HZ. Right here, my friend. Right here. Send me a message in the chat so I can find you right there. And then contact us in our Discord. Or simply just join our Telegram. But contact us in our Discord. Customer support. Right there. Got you, man. Got you. Contact us in Discord, right at support. And then we'll get back to you right here. 25k funded next giveaway. How much does it cost? Ooh, that's a $200 win, my friend. That's $200. That's a $200 back right there. Let's do this. You know what? 25k. You start utilizing LTA concepts. You start testing it with a demo account first. Get familiar. Then we go, boom, work on a challenge right there. That's the best way to do it. All right. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, guys. That's it for me here. Silver has been holding up really well. Do what you do. Literally, do what you want to do with it. Honestly, gold is all over the place. it's not going to be it for today here. We are going to go right now back to our trading floor. I'm going to go to the trading floor here, talk and watch the aftermath with the fam here. Okay. That's what we're going to do. You can sign up with the VIP. It's very important that you sign up, fill in all the information in the description, but also just join the Telegram. You need to be in Telegram. All the setups are here. Everything that we're talking about is there. It's a setup. It's setup after setup after setup after setup. Just follow the instructions, get involved. And then also for Friday, you're going to stay updated as well here, which is great if we're not streaming on YouTube. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Your boy has to go to bed. Okay. It's in Bali. It's what? It's 11:30. It's a nice time. It's a nice time. Some people wake up and they start trading. I trade and go to bed. Right? That's the way we live here in Bali right now at the moment. Okay. I appreciate all of you guys. Good job with gold. Yeah. Man, what a ping pong game was that here. Anyways, silver is pushing. So good luck with silver, and we'll keep you guys in the loop later on here. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. It's good to have you here. And I'm looking forward to see you again Tuesday. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you, fam. Thank you, LTA. Thank you, trading floor. Appreciate it. Ciao.